guys, and welcome back. So today I'm bringing you another foundation review. Oh my gosh, foundations are coming out one after the other. It seems like every day now. There are so many foundations coming out. I have been sleeping on it a little bit, but I'm starting to get back into the YouTube grind, so I will be doing a lot more foundation reviews for you guys. But in the awakening of a new medium to full coverage foundation, aka the ABH Luminous foundation, I decided I wanted to switch things up a little bit and just see how good these new foundations really are. I'm gonna put it up to the test against one of my favorite foundations. I want to have it go head to head to the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear foundation. This is by far one of my favorite foundations. This is actually my second bottle. I just finished this one up the other day actually. So second bottle here, and that should tell you just how much I love this foundation if I'm willing to repurchase it. So that is one of the reasons why I wanted this foundation to go head to head with this one. There's also a huge price difference between the two. ABH is of course high end. It is, I have the receipt here, $38, whereas the L'Oreal Infallible is $11.99. We got some high versus some low here, and I'm very excited to show you guys this. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm gonna get started today with the new foundation first. I'll do the oldie but a goodie last, and I'll tell you guys some details about that one and tell you exactly why I decided to stack these two against each other. So let's begin with the ABH Luminous foundation. Take a little look here at the foundation packaging. So this is what it looks like when you pick it up, and here is the bottle. I think we've all seen this somewhere online. It is kind of fun how they put that foundation very bold and out there. I grabbed the shade 130N. My Ulta actually didn't have a lot of selection. They told me that most of the Ultas, I don't know if it's all of them, did a soft launch this week, and they were gonna get all of the shipments for the foundation next week, it was looking like. Because they only received one of each foundation, and some of them they had sent out as testers, some of them they still had in the box, some of them had already been sold by the time I got there. So this is the shade that was left of the lighter ones. It was a huge jump into a very tan shade after this one, and I thought I'll play it safe, I'll go a little bit paler and just kind of see how this works. So this one is a neutral tone to it. Let's do a swatch. Here is what 130N looks like swatched out. So I mean, it looks like it's gonna work out pretty well. And before I start applying it, let's quickly look at the details of this foundation and its claims. So it says that this foundation is water resistant. It's a long wearing formula with medium coverage, buildable. Gives a fresh, radiant look with lightweight second skin feeling. It's supposed to mask discoloration, unevenness, blotchiness, while giving the skin a natural, healthy look. No flashback formula. It says does not oxidize. It's a good one. It also says that this foundation is suitable for all skin types, even sensitive skin, so that's really good. It's cruelty-free and vegan, and it comes in 50 shades, so love all that. So now that we have the facts out the way, let's start applying some foundation. I am also going to be using two different sponges today, so that way we don't mix them up. I'm going to be using the pink Wet n Wild sponge for this ABH foundation. Gonna leave the swatch here so we can compare it to the L'Oreal foundation, and I'm gonna do a separate part here to dunk my sponge into. I did a pump and a half here on the back of my hand, pump and a quarter, and I'm just gonna start stamping this in. Oh man. Okay, so one issue I'm having, maybe it's not twisted on right. Let me twist her around a little bit. It gets stuck after you pump it once, so the second pump that I tried to give it, it didn't come out. But that worked a little bit better. I was able to get a little bit more out. All right, now we're going in with this foundation here. And actually that looks like it's pretty decent color match here. Maybe I wasn't that off. It looked a lot paler in store, but of course the lighting isn't that great inside of Ulta. But wow, that is good coverage. I had some redness right here, and it really is covering the whole thing. Oh man, that is beautiful. Normally I do a sponge versus brush comparison on my regular foundation days, but my preferred method is always a sponge anyway, so I feel pretty comfortable going into this with sponge. I'm getting a really beautiful even application here too. I just need to figure out that pump situation. Maybe I just need to find the right angle for it since I was having the issue with that. But once I was able to get a full size pump out, this thing did cover everything, and I don't need to pump any more to the back of my hand since I'm just gonna be doing half the face today. Wow, it looks like I have a completely different face on the other half of my side of the face. Wow. Before, a bunch of redness, got some blemishes, and the after. I would definitely say this is a medium verging to a full coverage, especially when using a sponge. I'm sure you could get a lot more full coverage effect if you use a brush. I'm gonna leave it with just this. I'm not gonna build it up too heavy because I like my foundations a little bit more on the medium side, not too full coverage, especially if it's just a regular old day. So I'm gonna switch over now to the Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation. This is the 405 Porcelain. This shade is their second to lightest. So with the ABH foundation, you do get a larger range, a lot more different colors. So that is one bonus point towards the ABH foundation, that they do have a larger range for everyone to get in on. But here is ABH right over here versus Porcelain L'Oreal. Looks like a pretty decent shade match there. What is that? They really have to do that now. Can you guys hear that? Okay, there we go. A lot better in the noise. So I think I ended up matching it pretty well. These foundations are not spot on in the shade match, but they're fairly close, so I think I'll be able to get away with this for comparison's sake. I'm gonna put another pump over here on this side, and we're gonna go in with it. I'm gonna take the beauty blender I have and start going in with it on this half of the face. So the reason I decided to stack up the ABH foundation to this L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear is that they're both medium to full coverage foundations. They're both supposed to have a fresh second skin-like finish. And the Fresh Wear foundation is also supposed to be water resistant. Well, actually they say waterproof. And lightweight. It's supposed to be transfer resistant, sweat resistant. So to me, it just sounded pretty similar, and I wanted to stack the two up just to see, you know, is a higher price tag better? I know they are not supposed to be of the exact same formula. That's not what we're testing to see if it's an exact dupe, but they have very similar claims, and I wanted to give you guys a good comparison between the two foundations. Here we're coming in with the coverage of the L'Oreal. It also looks very beautiful, if I do say so myself. In comparison though, between the ABH and the L'Oreal, I do feel like I got a bit of a faster coverage here where I had some redness and some blemishes. I just did one stamp over it and it completely disappeared. This one you see a little bit of redness kind of poking through here. So I'm gonna tackle it again. But after tackling it again, I think it looks really good there too. Then we just gotta finish up here on the forehead. But I mean, once you apply this foundation as well, it does really help to cover up any discoloration. Like all the redness that I have on my face definitely takes that away. All right, here we have it. Both foundations are on ABH Luminous Foundation, L'Oreal Paris Infallible Fresh Wear. Both seem like they have really beautiful medium coverage. I think both foundations actually stack up really nicely. I think today is gonna be a close call, at least by the looks of it in the beginning. Anything can happen when you're wearing a foundation throughout the day, so we shall see how this goes along. I'm very excited though, it's a great start. I mean, these foundation lips. And you guys know I always like to do a flashback test, but I did learn my lesson from previous videos. Even though I have tested out powders previously before testing out the new foundation, you guys feel like sometimes maybe the powders play into it. So I'm gonna do a flashback test right now with just the foundation on the face. That way we can see if there is any bounce back with just the foundation on. Seeing as the ABH foundation does have the claim that it is flashback approved. So let me go off camera real quick and take a flashback picture. Man, I look creepy. Horrible lighting. Rest of the makeup isn't done, but it does look like both foundations are indeed flashback approved. So right now I'm gonna finish up with the rest of my makeup. I need to get ready for the day. It is currently 7:38 a.m. I got started real quick. Oh, switched to 7:39, but basically 7:38. We're gonna use that as the starting timer for today. I'm gonna wear this makeup as long as I can. I'm really gonna try to push it today. That's why I got it on the face super early. I actually have to get ready pretty fast. I need to leave in about 20 minutes. So I'm not gonna be able to check in with you guys as soon as I get the makeup on. Maybe I'll take my camera with me into the car and give you guys an update once the makeup is on, but I have to get going really fast here. Just slap the rest of the makeup on, nothing fancy. And yeah, so I'll see you guys in the first check-in. All right, so it is time for that check-in. It is now 11:32 a.m. still. We are almost 4 hours in, just a few minutes shy now. Decided to do the check-in outside with you because it's so beautiful, and I wanted to show you guys this foundation in a little bit of a different lighting. So L'Oreal side is right here, ABH over here. Both are holding up beautifully. I know for sure the L'Oreal is gonna hold up all day long. I've had very successful days with it lasting over 10 hours. I think one day I wore it for 12 hours and I just had to do a little blotting to get the oils away, and then I was good to keep on going. So the ABH is holding strong as well. It's looking really good. I don't look overly shiny at this point. I got a little bit of oil coming through, but nothing that makes me think like, oh my gosh, I have to go blot. It still looks very beautiful, natural, feels really comfortable on both sides, so I'm honestly loving the way that it's looking. And yeah, just everything looks really nice, and we're 4 hours in, so it's definitely a very good sign. I'm gonna continue to keep wearing this foundation, and I will check back in with you guys in a few hours. All right, guys, it is 1:17 now. It's not an official check-in, but my mom just got home and I wanted her to guess which side is high end and which side is low end. All right.
I don't think, but you look shiny on that side.
On this one?
Yes.
Oh,
okay, you're looking like that.
Looking suspicious.
ABH.
This side is ABH, this side's L'Oreal. So
yeah.
I did notice that I'm starting to get a little bit shiny now on this side. That one's holding up. Might need to go into the sun a little bit. You guys are in the
But it's not
shade.
like it's breaking up or anything.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. It's just a tiny bit of oil.
But it looks nice. Just that, especially I think here, it's a little bit more shiny, and on sort of the nose side, but
yeah.
I mean, that would go away if you blot.
Yeah, if you powder, that would definitely go away, but today's a no touch it up day. We'll turn it back over here. Better lighting.
Yeah, because in the sunshine they do both look a little bit shiny, but when you go into the shade, it definitely is on this side.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome.
That is the check-in for now. I'm still gonna keep on wearing this foundation. I'd say it's still doing pretty good though, so let's see how it keeps going. It is time for that final check-in. It is now 5:02 p.m. So I've had this foundation on for a little bit over 9 hours now. It's 9 hours and 22 minutes. So I'm checking in with you guys outside again, so that way you can see it in this lighting. I think I am gonna take you guys inside though, so that way you can see a little bit better the oils that's happening on the face right now. Okay, yeah, this is a lot better. So now I'm sitting in my filming room setup without the lights on, and you can see it a little bit better. Outside it looks a little bit more diffused, and along with lighting it's more diffused, But you guys can see at this point, 9 hours and 20 minutes into it, I'm definitely very oily right now. And what is surprising is that it seems like I'm quite a bit more oily on the ABH side. And that to me is pretty gosh darn crazy because I am very oily, and as you guys can see, I mean, different foundations react differently. You know, some control the oil, some don't, because you can see right there, I mean, it's still oily on this side, but it's just a lot less than the ABH side. That right there is a huge bonus point to the L'Oreal side. Definitely, if you have oily skin, L'Oreal is gonna be your girl. Go with the L'Oreal. This foundation is amazing. Aside from the oils though, I do want to say that both foundations looked really nice throughout the day. I have had no issues of caking, no separation. The foundations both honestly look flawless today. I was really happy with how both of these performed. It just ended up coming down to the oil control for at least me in my case of my very oily skin type. So honestly, I would say that these were very, very close, and I would be so close as to call them perhaps a dupe in my opinion. So if you're debating testing out either one of these foundations, if you haven't yet grabbed the Infallible, 110% I recommend the Infallible Freshwear time and time again. It's one of my absolute favorites. I mean, I honestly think that this was a great foundation dupes video. It honestly turned out a lot better than I expected. I was going into this thinking like, oh man, this may fail or this may turn out really, really good. So I'm happy it ended up being a success. I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if there's more new foundations that are coming out that you want me to do dupe comparisons with, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I would be happy to do that. There's so many new foundations coming out. Seriously, it's insane. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that little bell button, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!